What's good, YouTubers and Flash fans? Firstly, I want to say, if you haven't seen episode 14, I think it's called Exiting Earth 2. Anyway, it's the Earth 2 episode. There will be some spoilers within this video. So, the end of the last episode ended with the Masked Man and Barry Allen from Earth 1 being captured. So the focus of this episode I thought was going to be based on Zoom, but you didn't really see Zoom that much. It was focused around saving Jesse Quick, aka Harrison Wells' daughter, and getting Barry Allen out of the jail, which, if you see in the episode, he basically makes himself move that fast that he walks straight through the box that he was in. What is interesting about this episode is I feel like it was mainly focused around the Masked Man. Who was he and what was he trying to do? Well, Barry Allen and Jesse Quick worked together using some kind of crazy Morse code and worked out he was saying Jay Garrick. What was really interesting was when Barry Allen said Jay Garrick is alive and he's on Earth 1, the Masked Man got seriously angry and started banging. So, is this trying to tell you that Jay Garrick is the Masked Man? Was it trying to warn you that Jay Garrick isn't who you think he is? Or was it trying to tell you that something was going to happen to Jay Garrick? At first, before this episode, I thought the Masked Man was Wally West or John Diggle. I know John Diggle is from Arrow, but he is in the King Shark episode, which is next week, so it still very well could be him, until I figured out some other things, which I will show you in some pictures coming up. You can clearly see that he is white, not black. I thought he was a black originally, but that's just dust and dirt, as Jesse Quick says he was there before she was. So interesting enough, we can take John Diggle and Wally West out of the equation for now. So who's disappeared? Henry Allen is who a lot of people is saying is in the mask, as Henry Allen has not really been seen at all this season. Briefly saying he was going fishing. So Henry Allen is possible, and also I will put a picture up. You can see that he's got a blondish brownish hair, which, if you didn't watch it for it was only on for about 3 seconds, so you could have missed that. So I think finding out who this Masked Man is vital to the whole season. Although at this point it looks like it could be Eddie. As you know, Eddie killed himself, but he was pulled through the portal. So Eddie Thorne, it could be Eddie. So Eddie Thorne, Henry Allen. But what is the most interesting and vital point to this whole conclusion theory is Zoom got very angry and said, "Do not talk to them," implying there is some connection between the Masked Man and Zoom. Is the Masked Man the Earth 1 version of Zoom? So the Masked Man could be Zoom, but is doppelganger. I can't say that word properly, but yeah. So that's one of my theories, that if you find out who the Masked Man is, you're also going to find out who Zoom is. But it's kind of a confusing episode in the sense that it didn't really give that much away. Who is Zoom? If you watch my previous video, I'll link it just there. I thought it was Barry Allen. I'm going away from this conclusion because you've seen both versions of Barry Allen. Barry Allen from Earth 1 and Earth 2, they're very different people, and I don't feel like it is him, because you've seen Zoom, you've seen the Masked Man, you've seen Barry Allen 1 and 2, and Barry Allen cannot be Zoom, but it would be amazing if it turns out that Zoom is Barry Allen. So as we can see, I think the Masked Man's definitely white, blonde brownish hair, as you can see in the picture, and Zoom got very angry when he was talking to them, saying don't talk again. And yeah, Jay Garrick, what does he mean by Jay Garrick? Very interesting. So Jay Garrick lied about losing his powers to Zoom. He actually lost his powers because he had velocity 6 and he got too much power, so it drained all the power out of him. But as you've seen from this episode, Caitlin worked on velocity 9. So temporarily, Jay Garrick has got speed on Earth 1 with the velocity 9. As if you've seen the episode, you'd see that he kind of saved the day in Earth 1. But it ended it quite interesting, as you can see in the picture. They all came through, Harrison Wells and Jesse Quick. Obviously they're going to have a big part of season 3, so I can see them staying in Earth 1 now, as without Harrison Wells, the program loses a lot of credibility in my opinion. So they closed the portal to Earth 2, but interesting enough, Jay Garrick got pulled back in with Zoom. Although in the picture you see it looks like he killed him, but he didn't, or else the body would have dropped at the end. So he's been zapped back into Earth 2. So eventually they're going to have to go back to save the masked man, as Barry always comes good on his word and says he was going to save the masked man. So they're going to have to go back to Earth 2. As they've closed the portal, Zoom can't come back through, but they can't go back until they open the portal. So I can see that happening in a few episodes' time. But obviously all equations about Jay Garrick, they were talking about Jay Garrick and Zoom pulled Jay Garrick through. So does that mean that the masked man was warning Barry that Zoom's going to come for Jay Garrick? I don't know. What do you know? What do you know? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I think the masked man is Henry Allen or Ebal Thorne, Eddie Thorne, but you can't be sure this time. I'm not going to say who I think it is because I've just told you either Henry Allen or Eddie Thorne. I mean, you haven't seen Eddie Thorne, but on the telephone from Earth 1 episode 1 you see Eddie. Let's just presume it was Eddie. So let me know what you think will happen in the next episode, or how this is going to play out. Or do you still think Henry Allen is Zoom, or do you think it's someone completely random? Do you still think it's Wally West? Obviously it can't be Joe West from Earth 2 because you've seen him die. I'm going with Zoom is Eddie Thorne or Henry Allen as of this current time. I mean, my original video I said Zoom is Barry Baron, but it's just not feasible. So please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think of episode 14. See you in the next one.